We value the health and safety of our students and leaders at Grace, which is why we've set some guidelines for how we will do that. For sick or injured students, please inform a student ministry staff member of any sick or injured student. Medication. All medications prescribed or parent prescribed over the counter must be given to the designated staff member. Members of the ministry team may not administer any medication, prescription, or over the counter unless they have written consent from the parent, and then only the designated team member will be permitted to dispense the medication. Exceptions to the rule are inhalers to control asthma and EpiPens, but leaders should be aware that students are carrying these items. Anytime a team member dispenses medication, it must be documented. First aid. A first aid kit will be located in the designated area near students. Ask a Grace Youth staff member for this location. Please take the following precautions when dealing with cuts or injuries involving blood or other bodily fluids. Use gloves, available in the first aid kit. Ensure that no other students have come in contact with any of the blood or fluid. Bandage the injury, avoiding contact with the mouth, eyes, and ears. Carefully clean up all fluids using provided equipment. A custodian is usually on hand to provide a cleanup kit. Accidents will happen, and we need to be prepared in advance so that a proper response can occur. If there is an accident, stabilize the situation to the best of your ability without moving the injured party. Keep them calm and work to comfort and reassure the injured party. At the same time, send someone to notify the appropriate church leadership member. Do not leave the injured party alone. The student ministry staff or Grace staff will determine if outside assistance is needed, fire, medical, police, etc. They will also determine if it is necessary to call the parents. Controlling the area. The only individuals in the immediate area should be Grace staff, parents or guardians when they're available, and medical personnel. All other adults and students, no matter what the relationship with the student is, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, must be removed from the area. Adult workers will work with the staff in keeping students out of the immediate area and work to keep the environment calm. Transportation to medical facility. If a student is transported to a medical facility and a parent or guardian are not yet available, a ministry staff member of the same sex should accompany and remain with the student until a parent or guardian arrives. Follow-up. A staff member will follow up with the family the next day. Documentation. The accident must be recorded in an incident report and filed under the student's name. As students begin to trust you more, rely on you, and feel safe sharing parts of their life, they may reveal personal issues to you. If a student opens up and shares something with you, whether it's a secret, a sin, or another issue that is very serious, there is a proper way you can respond. Take a deep breath. Don't panic if a student reveals something big to you. Set aside any personal feelings of shock or judgment and focus on the student and the issue. Team up. You're not expected to handle big issues alone. If you aren't sure how to help the student, seek the help of the student ministry pastor. They can guide you through how to handle it with the student in a way that's safe, legal, and honoring. Show up. Don't let anything a student shares with you scare you away. Be there for the student. Make sure you continue to follow up with them, assure them, and point them to God. Go to God. Pray, and pray some more. Invite the Lord into the situation and ask Him to give you wisdom, discernment, grace, and guidance in how to handle what you've been entrusted with. Take issues seriously. Listen to what and how your student is sharing. Please do not attempt to handle them alone. There are certain issues that must involve the student ministry staff, family members of the student affected, and in some cases, the authorities or medical professionals. Communication with student. Clearly communicate to the student that you have a responsibility to get help in this situation, and this will include notifying the appropriate people what has happened. Let them know that there are certain situations that require you to break confidence for their well-being. Never promise the student that you won't tell anyone. Inform the youth pastor or ministry director. All communicated accounts of abuse or harmful behavior must be reported to the youth pastor or ministry director. File appropriate documentation. After communicating what has happened to the student ministry director or the pastor of student ministries, fill out the necessary report together. The church will be able to guide you through what steps need to be taken after.